What's up, guys? Just this week I went out and bought my wife a new car. We ended up getting the new 2021 Subaru Crosstrek Sport. It's been updated since 2020. I don't even know if they had a Sport in 2020, but anyway, it's a little more roomy. They put the not new, but new to the car, 2.5 liter engine in it instead of the 2.0, which most of the smaller sedans or SUVs or whatever you want to call them come with. We spent the last couple weeks kind of just test driving cars, anywhere from the Ford Edge to the Jeeps, any of those Jeeps, mainly the Grand Cherokee. She liked that, but we ended up with this car. So I'm going to do an overview of it, show you guys what it looks like inside and out, and kind of explain what she liked about it, what we both liked about it, how it handles, all the cool features, and the simplicity of it. So yeah, let's take a look. So we'll start with the exterior, obviously. We did get this thing from Treasure Valley Subaru over off the Garrity exit in Nampa. They were actually super awesome. They weren't even trying to make any sort of transaction deal with us. They were simply there to just help us find a sick car. Still shiny, you can see my reflection. Got the gunmetal wheels. So one thing I personally liked about this vehicle over most of the other new ones is this is constant all-wheel drive, whereas most of the new vehicles are switching to a four-wheel drive. So most of the time it's just going to be two-wheel, whether that's front or rear, and then basically it's just automatic four. I'm sure the technology works great, but for whatever reason you need that split-second reaction with the all-wheel drive, whether it's slippery or icy or whatever. I'd just personally rather have all-wheel drive all the time, especially with Subaru. They've done such a good job with their all-wheel drive systems. Pretty clean looking car. Take a look at the inside. Start with the back. Pretty decent amount of trunk space back here. Smooth opening and closing doors. So the Sport has this cool slick leather. It's like, I don't really know how to explain it, but it's supposed to not be stainable, puncturable. Dog hair is not supposed to stick to it, and it's not supposed to get super cold or super hot in the winter or summer, so that's really nice. Super roomy back here, lots of leg room. We got the black, and this one has a bunch of cool little features with like the yellow stitching and stuff. Got some race stripes. I'm sure those add some horsepower, but yeah, it's a really roomy car. Yeah, they did a really good job with the stitching on the leather. Passenger side has the Sport on the floor mats. Just a really slick looking car. Cool little feature on the steering wheel. Compartments. Got seat heaters. So I'll jump in the passenger seat and start this thing up so we can take a look at it. Melissa, my wife, really enjoyed the simplicity. She didn't like how big the screens were in all these newer cars. Most of the screens are like massive, so got a lot of brightness kind of shine in your face when you're driving. She didn't care for that. A lot of the technology coming with the new cars, like this one has all the safety technology that most of them have, with like the cruise control and the lane detection and whatever the heck else it comes with. But as far as like all the crazy apps and stuff, she didn't really care for. So onto the driver's side. Hop in since you guys have seen most of it. So she's got this sweet app. It's kind of like the Ford app. Allows you to kind of connect to your whole system in here, but yeah. Yeah, so you can connect to your phone, and it's really simple, nothing kind of overwhelming with this whole display and everything, so she really appreciated that. Pretty basic controls, really comfy, roomy. Got some other options, cool speedometer. This thing's supposed to average about 28 miles per gallon, maybe a little higher on the freeway, probably a little lower if you're just driving around town, but on average about 28, 29. So yeah, super slick car for the price. We were looking at other used cars between like the Ford Edge and the Jeeps. Saw a couple Audis and stuff that we were looking at. For the price, we bought this thing brand new for 33 out the door. I mean, some of those other cars had 30,000 plus miles on them, and they were still asking mid 40s for them. So obviously you kind of get a lot with them, a lot of other technology stuff that Melissa wasn't even interested in or cared about, so didn't really worry about that stuff on the personal side. And then this thing, honestly, with all the warranties and stuff that Subaru has to offer, this was kind of the best bang for the buck for sure.